As a district collector, our prime focus in the districts is to ensure citizen-centric service delivery and to make our government mechanisms as accessible, as transparent for the common man as possible. So we put our finger into all the departmental mechanisms and try to make it as smooth and as transparent as possible. That is our job.
When we talk about UP, there are so many hurdles which the government people have to face. There are a lot of corruption charges, there are a lot of amalgamations, there are a lot of nepotism. When UP has been blamed for so many things. So what kind of challenges you face while working in UP?
Some of the criticisms are very broad generalizations actually, but then a lot of good work is happening in UP, and considering the size of the state and the population of the place, it takes huge effort to get anything rolling on the ground. And our attempt is to constantly try, like I said, to make that government-citizen interface as smooth as possible. So many of the departments are doing excellent, remarkable, path-breaking work. Only thing is, it doesn't get projected as well as some of the other states do. And because of the population expands and the low literacy levels among the people, it takes some time to get those initiatives actually implemented. But then a lot of good work is happening, and we are all part of that brigade.
Can you brief us with some of the quality initiatives which you are taking in near future?
Like speaking from my personal experience, from the districts that I have been in, like two initiatives we took. One was in the agriculture sector, to make available the different services which are offered by the agriculture department to the farmers, because farmers are our biggest beneficiary population. So to reach out to them in such a way that they can come to one place and avail of all the different services they take, like all the agricultural inputs like seed or fertilizer, agricultural implement subsidy, then their need for crop loans, agricultural loaning, and soil testing. So the different services that are required, we try to club them together and put under one name, which is called Krishak Information System, or Kisan. That we have launched in our district, Gonda, and Uttar Pradesh government is now thinking of rolling it out across the state. So that was one thing widely appreciated, because farmers don't have to go again and again to the department and keep finding out what happened to my application. They go to their nearest common service center. In UP, our brand of common service centers are called Lokvani centers. So they go to their Lokvani center, they apply, and then they don't have to bother. Within the requisite number of days, they get the service that they've applied for. So that is one thing. Another thing that we have done, which has incidentally been chosen for your CSA Initiative Award also in the eINDIA conference, that is to do with the LPG distribution system. We have developed a system called Easy Gas, which is basically an accounting software which takes care of the LPG input into a district and where all it goes. So it's the first time that the administration understands what is the supply and the distribution flow of LPG cylinders. So, and again, the person can book through his nearest Lokvani center and wait at home, and within 7 days he'll get home delivery. And the administration reviews the pendency, oil company wise, so that we understand where each cylinder goes. So that way it's a very big game changer. It's a kind of a revolutionary thing. And
it's a more transparent process now.
System, because though companies have launched IVRS in the big cities, but the rural consumer is still in the dark about what is happening. So there was a situation of hoarding and black marketing and all this, like overpricing of cylinders, which is still the case in our rural areas. So after implementing the software, we have got remarkable results. The queues before the gas agency simply disappeared. And there is no law and order situation, no complaints of hoarding, because we are accounting company-wise, agency-wise, cylinder-wise, and we are able to provide that kind of a smooth system to the people. So these are two initiatives that we have taken. Yeah.
And when was this initiative taken, and when was this project started?
We had started basically in 2008 in the district Basti, and that is being replicated now in district Gonda in a little more professional fashion. And this Kisan was started in 2012. And it is still running. So it is run through one Rabi season, and now it is in the Kharif of 2013 that now it is, So state government has liked both the options, and it is hiking it up to a state level. And the government of India, the CSE SPV, has also expressed an interest in both of these to launch it in all the common service centers in the country.
So how has been the feedback from the people?
So people are quite happy, because naturally they have come out of that clause of the the market. So, and we are helping them get their products timely and in a very friendly fashion, so they are happy with that.
And ma'am, how much fund was allocated from the UP government for these two projects?
We did it on our own, and then we told the government that this is a success. Now it is, so far we have not received any funding because ours is based on the Lokmani centers were there, and the Easy Gas project has given an extra source of income to the Lokmani operators. So more and more Lokmani centers have opened. So it has made the CSEs financially viable. So rather than getting money from the government, if anything, we have given money to the people. We have not needed any support for this. Like it is a
LPG gas system, any kind of partnership which you have with the private players?
No, we did stakeholder meetings with all the three major oil companies and their regional managers before we set out on this path. So we have done it as a group exercise. Though there was some resistance because people generally don't like anything becoming too transparent. Yeah, so and they are doing a business after all, but still we have got on fairly well. But there's no partnership as such, but as like stakeholders we were in it together.
Any other area where you are seeking to explore? And
yeah, like wheat crop procurement, for instance, again connected to farmers. Like wheat and paddy purchase are big business in UP. So how to make that more accessible? And many of the departments are doing a lot of, whether it is in the home department, doing for security and surveillance, or you can take almost any one, education, health, women and child welfare, almost all of them are doing something innovative. Right. To get back to your initial question about UP being a dark continent, it is not. So many good things are happening there, and a lot of initiatives are being taken to reach out to the people. Like the thing, all of them are not at the district level, but at the state government, much effort is going on. Yeah.
Ma'am, you are basically from Kerala, and now you are taking care of the UP and most of the UP parts in UP. So how difficult, you are the one who was in charge of all these projects. Under your guidelines, these projects have initiated. So what were the challenges and difficulties which you have faced?
Kerala offers a very literate public, in the sense you don't have to go and do social marketing for all the government programs. People know that if they have to get a 5 rupee from the government, they know that it is their right. In UP, you have to do a lot of social marketing to tell the people that this is your right and you should ask for it. That is the biggest challenge. Like we visit so many villages and people are not aware as to what they should get. So things that are legitimately theirs. So it is not as though the officers are giving anything. It is the people's money which is going back to them, and we are just facilitating it. But then the public, because they are not aware, they don't know that it is their right. So to tell them that this is yours, that is the basic challenge that we face in UP. But
any apart from
when I mentioned the software is my NIC, it is a totally home grown program. We have not had any collaboration with any private software. It is entirely developed by our district NIC. So my informatics officer is there, Shri Hemant Arora, and his assistant DIO. So they developed the programs entirely. That is why we did not need any extra funding or anything for that. So the good thing is that NIC in UP does come up with good things. Yeah.
When we talk about UP, healthcare and education is one of the issues, basically. So anything which you are planning for the healthcare and education sector?
My seniors have done like the Arogim thing for infant tracking, mother and infant tracking. As in NRHM, of course, and all the regular programs are running. That mother and child tracking is one good extra initiative that is happening there in UP, and that Arogim scheme was initiated by a couple of my seniors only in the service. So, I mean, they are trying hard. Challenges are many, but they are trying hard. Yeah.
How has been your experience so far with this summit?
Actually, we could come only just today, afternoon. So far it's good. It's kind of a good get-together, I should say. Yeah.
These kind of summits, do you think that they are helpful in building a platform?
It's apart from being a think tank or a brainstorming session, it helps people, like-minded people, to come together. And in a semi-conservative, in a that kind of a format, people will feel free to discuss and come out with new ideas. It's not so regimented, but it is sufficiently regimented, so people can have a good, like sharing session and come out with new ideas. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's a pleasure having you here.